How do I walk in the Spirit? How do I walk in the Spirit? Galatians 5:16 says, I say then, walk in the Spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Such a powerful scripture. Can you see why you have to know what this means? Because if you can walk in the Spirit, you don't fulfill the lust of the flesh. In other words, try and find out what walking in the Spirit means, and you cancel the flesh's power in your life. So if you've got a fleshly bondage that you feel you can't be free from, struggling with, and trying to get away from, Galatians 5:16 has just given you the remedy to break free of your bondage. It's this: walk in the Spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. So what does walk in the Spirit mean? We are in the Spirit when we are born again. And to walk in the Spirit is just to continue from where you started. You were worldly, you were lost, you were a sinner, you weren't in the Spirit, but you became born again. And now, you're in the Spirit. All you've got to do is continue where you are now. Well then, how do I continue in what I receive and enter when I'm born again, being in the Spirit? Romans 8:5 has the answer. For those who live according to the flesh set their minds on the things of the flesh, but those who live according to the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. There's your answer. You're newly born again, but you want to walk in the Spirit. All you've got to do is think the things of the Spirit, not with the things of the flesh. Think the things of the Spirit in place of the things of the flesh. And as you do that, you remain in the Spirit where you began, where you were first born again. So, be practical on this. What thoughts does the Spirit give to keep me continuing in the Spirit, to keep walking in the Spirit? Well, Galatians 5:22 says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. How do you think you actually manifest those qualities? You've got to think them first. So you think thoughts that the Spirit gives you of love, of joy, of peace, of long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control, in place of the fleshly thoughts, and so you continue in the Spirit, so you walk in the Spirit. That is what walking in the Spirit is. And as you do that, you will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Now, I will wrap this up quickly because I think I've made that as simple as I can, and you'll capture that. Just keep meditating over what I just said there. But if you're going to think thoughts of the flesh, you're not going to walk in the Spirit. You're going to walk in the flesh. And what does that mean? It means this. What are some thoughts of the flesh? Well, Galatians 5:19 speaks of the works of the flesh. And we see adultery, we see fornication, uncleanness, lewdness, idolatry, sorcery, hatred, contentions, jealousies, outbursts of wrath, selfish ambitions, and the list goes on. But where do they start, church? Where do they start? They start in your thoughts. Adultery in action started in the thought life. The person who committed adultery thought it first in their mind. Therefore, they have gone to demonstrate it. Fornication, uncleanness, lewdness, idolatry, sorcery, hatred, contentions, jealousies begin where? In the mind. You're just thinking those thoughts. That's why they're manifesting through your life. But if you think the thoughts of the Spirit in their place, you will cancel their power. You will cancel those fleshly thoughts and the manifestation of those fleshly thoughts through your works by thinking the thoughts of the Spirit. So, think the Spirit's thoughts in place of the flesh's thoughts, and so you walk in the Spirit.